There's a brand new documentary showcasing one of my favorite places in St. Louis, The Hill, and it premieres this Friday. Courtney spoke with the director about the upcoming film.
Hi, Joseph. Welcome to Show Me St. Louis.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about this film that you have directed, America's Last Little Italy, The Hill. Where did that title come from? Do you really feel like this is the last little Italy in the country?
In doing the film, we interviewed close to 55 to 60 people, a lot of them being experts. And one of the things that kept coming up time after time was the fact that people really do consider this to be America's Last Little Italy. Now, we knew that with the title, it was going to, from other cities, there was going to be a little bit of a pushback. You know, what do you mean we have a Little Italy in Boston, or we have one in Philly or New York? And we're not saying that those places don't exist, but what separates the Hill is that the Hill is not simply just a tourist attraction like these other Little Italies are. The Hill still exists as a neighborhood, and today in 2020, to have a neighborhood that still has its ethnic identity is something that's extremely rare.
I feel like that sense of community really comes across too. I haven't gotten to see the film yet, but I did watch the trailer. You have this gorgeous home videos that are interwoven, just like an incredible amount, even just in the trailer. Where did all of those come from?
We were very lucky to have multiple families actually donate 8mm reels. So we were able to get the original reels and then transfer them to HD, to transfer them to digital.
And was it kind of important, the timing of it, to get it done now while these generations still are around and able to share those stories with you?
100%. That was probably the biggest part of this film. Was Rio came to us, and at the time that he came to us, I think about 2 or 3 members of the community, the older members of the community, these Hill lifers, had just passed away. And so it kind of lit a fire under us to, all right, let's get out there, let's get the cameras rolling, let's get their story while they're still here to tell it. And it was really incredible to hear these people tell about them growing up. And I mean, in this film, we have 5 or 6 men who actually grew up with Yogi Berra and Joe Garagiola, and they were there when he got his nickname, or they were there playing in the schoolyard baseball with him. And so it was pretty incredible to hear those stories. These guys have never been interviewed before. No one's ever taken the time to go out there and interview them and to try and learn about this neighborhood. And
really?
One of the guys that was in the film, his name was Larry Tornetto. He's a 90-year-old Korean war vet. And at the end of it, this was probably about 3 weeks into filming the interviews, he came up to me after the interview, and he was a little teary-eyed, and he was like, thank you for what you guys are doing for the neighborhood in preserving this, because there's no place else like this, and we just wanted to thank you. And that stuck with me the entire time. Every time I've been working on this thing for 2 years now, every single day, myself and my producing partners, and that just sticks with you that whole time, that okay, we need to do this. This is something that needs to be done for this neighborhood, and I'm just glad that we were able to pull it off, and I hope that we did the neighborhood proud, and I hope we do St. Louis proud.
Well, thank you for telling those stories and enabling people to share them. I'm really excited to watch it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
America's Last Little Italy, The Hill, is debuting online July 10th through the 19th as part of the 20th Annual St. Louis Filmmakers Showcase. You can pre-order tickets to the virtual festival, which allows you to stream the films online. Those tickets are at cinemastlouis.org. You can watch the trailer now on Facebook at The Hill Doc and on Joseph Puleo's YouTube page.